Hey guys, and welcome to Where's the Scale. So this video is going to be a complete rank and rent tutorial. We will go through all the necessary steps from defining our niche to finding our perfect location, building a website, connecting to our lead forms and phone numbers, and finally deploying our website and connecting the website to Google Search Console. I have no idea how long this is going to take, but this is going to be a free course in and of itself. So let's get started. Before we start, I currently have 3 active rank and rent websites. The first one is this one, Concrete Level in Buffalo, Clicks and Impressions, Concrete Level in Colorado Springs. This one is a bigger website of the two, and a small website that is still getting me leads called Hoarding Somerville Cleanup. And they all look different because I played around with different methods. So this website is extremely simple. It looks like it is actually a one-pager, so it doesn't even have external pages. So this is all referenced in the same homepage, and it's still bringing me leads and phone calls. And let's just compare this to my latest website, which looks amazing, very professional, has a blog section, amazing featured images, service areas, free tools. So if we go to the blog section, you can see that the blog posts are amazing. And you can pick your poison, so to speak. You can go light, you can go heavy, but at the end of the day, they all work. You just have to be consistent and trust the process. Now, we'll go one by one, starting with step number 1, which is find your rank and rent niche. And I already picked my niche for this tutorial, which is going to be hoarding. But what you can do is just use one of my auto prompts that I'm still using to this day. I like it a lot. It's very simple. And you can use Gemini, you can use Perplexity, you can use Genspark. Let me use Manus.ai because I've been using it a lot lately. It's very accurate. And I'll read the prompt. Give me 20 low effort, high impact, geo-targeted rank and run business ideas that are flying under the radar and that nobody is targeting. What are some low volume but high value local business keywords, especially in the trades, that probably don't have map pack representation? I'm looking for services where consumers urgently need help, something they don't want but must call someone to handle right away. And once again, I have picked my niche already, but I'm trying to show you the whole process, so that's where I would start. Okay, so this is the report that Manus AI gave us. 20 low-effort, high-impact, geo-targeted rank and run business ideas. The first one is emergency board-up services, then biohazard trauma scene cleanup, 24/7 water damage restoration, emergency pipe burst repair, sump pump failure repair, emergency roof leak repair, and all the other ones. Septic, fire damage, mold, plumber, AC, furnace. Okay, so you can repeat the same process with this little prompt and pick your niche this way. Now, once you've picked your niche, you need to target a specific geolocation. Not only that, but it has to adhere to a few criteria, like not having a map pack and not having a lot of sponsored results, e.g. paid ads. So the tool that is fantastic for that is called EMD Striker. I have a few videos that record the whole process, but what you do, basically, you initiate a new search. Then what I would do if I were you, I would pick a niche first. So let's just say this is mold removal. Then if you do not know which city or state to go after, you just leave this blank. But see, all you have to do is choose your country. The default one is United States. Then you click on Find High Value EMDs. It's going to process your search and it's going to output your search into tables like this one. So I did a similar search for equipment financing. And once you get your results, you need to pick and choose specific keywords or all of them and bulk check them to get the so-called striker score. And the striker score is basically your opportunity score. So this one says 70, but it's not connected to a specific location. Let me show you another example. This is the example that we are going to be going after. I did a much more narrow search inside of Ohio. And I got this, which is Hoarder Cleanup Cleveland. So if we click on the striker score, then scroll down to where it says AI Insights, and this is where it's going to give you the rundown of why EMG Striker thinks this is a good opportunity. So this is an excellent opportunity to capture a high-value local market. Striker score is 78 out of 100. That reflects a SERP that is ripe for disruption. Competition analysis, actionable recommendations, you get the SERP snapshot, and you basically go for the highest striker score. And I've done so many of these searches already. So now when I go to my striker hub, I get all the runs that I ever did sorted by the striker score. So for example, if I wanted to go for crime scene cleaning NZ, which stands for New Zealand, that would be an excellent opportunity for me. Another excellent opportunity would be concrete level in Detroit, for example, or hoarding cleanup Baltimore. I have not secured these locations. You can go on Namecheap or similar services and just buy those domains to build your next rank around. So we've gotten our niche, which is hoarding in my case, and location, which is Cleveland, and I've secured this domain, which is Hoarder Cleanup Cleveland. And this is step number 3. So pick your niche, pick your location, and purchase your EMD. The next step is going to be setting up a number, a lead capture form, and your address. So for the number, I suggest hushed.com. It's pretty inexpensive. It's a couple of bucks per month, and I've secured an Ohio local number, which is this one here. Then for the lead capture, I'm still using a free version of FormSpree, and I've set up my form here. It's very easy to do. You just connect your email, and the email is not ever going to be shown on the website. It's only going to be operating in the backend. So it could be your Gmail address, your personal email that all the lead capture forms are going to be sent to. So I did that. And if you go to this Ohio Hoarding, you can just copy your form endpoint. And this is all you need to feed to your Cloud Code or any other AI of choice. And for the address, I used Manus once again, and I'll show you the exact prompt that I ran. So this was the prompt: find me a non-residential address, preferably a co-working, that I can use for my Ohio Rank and Rent website. Make sure that no GMBs are registered there. And after quite a lot of deliberation, actually, it came up with this address here. So it gave me 2 addresses, actually, and gave me the reasons for choosing those 2 addresses. So now I have the phone number, I have the lead capture form, and I have my address. And one more important note, and this is a life hack of sorts. So some people, even some of the students inside of my school community, they would publish their websites first and then update the numbers, the forms, the addresses. You can do that, obviously, but it is better to do everything from the get-go. The reason being is that NAPs play an important role in local ranking. So if Google sees that this website has a local number, local address, it will rank it better as opposed to the website that has generic phone numbers or placeholder phone numbers or whatever. So even if you don't have your real numbers and addresses ready, just make them up, but make sure they're local to the geolocation that you are publishing your ranking around in. So we can finally move on to the step number 5, which is arguably the most important one. And here you also have a few choices. You can go for option A, which is using Locust Pilot. So Locust Pilot is a website that I used and I'm still using to build up my rank and rants. So if I go to my projects, these are the websites: Concrete Level in Buffalo. This is the website that I have live that I showed you clicks and impressions for in the beginning of this video. Obviously, it's hosted on my domain. And my other website you also saw, which is Colorado Springs Leveling. It's live, it looks very professional, and I had to do some updates. So I created more blog posts and I updated my address and the phone number after I published the website. This is, again, option number 1, Locust Pilot. And if you use WAS10 coupon code, you get 10% off, courtesy of the founders of both EMG Striker and the Locust Pilot tool. They are the same team. Now, option B is a one-click, one-prompt solution, and this also does work. So if we go to Hoarding Cleanup Somerville, this is the website I'm getting leads to. This is, again, a one-shot solution. It still has broken images. So I never cared enough to actually fix this, so it's been a while, but this is still ranking, and it still ranks number one, surprisingly. I didn't even update the year here. The whole operation took me maybe 5 to 10 minutes. I use this prompt here. I'll show you the exact prompt on the screen so you can copy it. So this is part number 1, part number 2, part number 3, and part number 4. So you're more than welcome to copy the entire prompt here. Now, you can still do that, but I think that Google values more and more real websites or websites that appear real. So I've decided to try and build everything from scratch using Cloud Code. So I'm still using EMG Striker to determine the exact location and the niche, but I will be building my website from scratch, and I have this enormous guide slash prompt that I will share inside my school community and that I will be using in Cloud Code. So this is enormous. So first off, let me prepend everything with business data. The name is Hoarding Cleanup Cleveland. The website is Hoarding Cleanup Cleveland. This is the address and the form. So let me just go to Cloud Code. This is a new cowork session. I will start this and I'll attach my guide slash prompt. The reason for doing this is that this prompt is enormous and I want Claude to be able to constantly look into that. And also, I have a specific folder on my computer called Claude that I'm using for projects like this. And inside of Claude, I'm actually using the subfolder called websites. Take the business information that you see right now and the attached template prompt to build a fully functioning rank and rent website for Hoarding Cleanup Cleveland. And one amendment, I actually messed up both the domain name and the keyword. It wasn't Hoarding Cleanup, it was Hoarder Cleanup. Okay, so let me amend the prompt, Hoarder Cleanup Cleveland. Okay, and let's just see what happens. And what I'll probably do, I'll set up a timer so you get a realistic timeline of how much this takes. Stopwatch. Okay, so it took a while for Claude to finish. And before I show you the results, let me do a couple of things. First, let me stop the stopwatch at almost exactly 45 minutes. This is how long it took to build the actual website with a few back and forth. Secondly, I want to give you my opinion between choosing the modes. So you can build your website in Cowork or you can build your website in Code. This time around, I did everything in Cowork, and I usually do everything in Code. It's just a tab, and maybe it's anecdotal, but I found a noticeable difference in the quality of coding. And what I would probably suggest you do is build your website in Code instead of Cloud Cowork. Yes, it's more manual. You have to prove every other second or every other minute, depending on where the Cloud Code is. As opposed to Cowork doing everything in one go, it's more agentic. So I would still suggest you use Cloud Code to build the actual website. And then for mass jobs like internal linking, like blog post publishing, like changing the typography across the website, for example, you use Cowork because it's much more hands-off, but it's less accurate as far as coding. This has been my experience. So again, use Code to build the actual website, and to perform all the cosmetic changes, use Cloud Cowork. Okay, let's take a look. Let us go to Hostinger because I need to preview the website. We'll go to the website list, add a website. I'll choose custom PHP or HTML. I'll just say hoardercleanupcleveland.com. This is a domain I own. The domain is registered at another provider, which is true. We just use a temporary domain for now. We'll go to the file manager, public HTML, and now all we have to do is locate our folder with all the changes. This one is under dist in my subfolder. So if we go to Cloud, then Hoarder Cleanup, and then dist, this is where the files are located. We just copy everything like so, and I'll literally just move them over. And by the way, inside of this process, we are here at step 6, which is deploy. Okay, everything's working, so fingers crossed. Now, if we click on this temporary domain, we should see our website. Wow, look at that. Professional hoarding cleanup services in Cleveland, Ohio. This looks amazing, and I love the Nana Banana imagery. Amazing. So we have the about section, our story. Wow. Service areas. They're fully clickable. All of the CDAs are prominently featured. We have the blog section with 15 blog posts. Okay, prominent cities as well. This is amazing. Our tools section, like the cost calculator, for example. Okay, we have the resources section, which are available upon the email sign up. Have the contact us page with our address, our telephone, which is clickable. FAQs, beautiful. Now, if I were you, I would spend more time on this website to see that everything is working, to make sure that everything is working. But other than that, you just have to deploy your website via the custom domain. So it's very simple. So we need to click on this check guide thingy. And all we have to do is to click these bad boys, go to our domain. Then when it says name servers, we'll just go custom name servers. This is name server number 1. This is going to be name server number 2. We'll click on the green tick sign, and this is it. So all we have to do is come back here and say I've changed the name server records. Now all we have to do is wait till this propagates. It's usually pretty fast. Now for the last step, even though we're still waiting for the domain to connect, I want to show you how to connect everything to your Google Search Console. So you obviously wait until this is fully working, but once it is, you copy the domain name, you go to your Google Search Console, then inside of your Google Search Console, you click on Add Property, and you need the domain level verification. So you put your domain here, you click on Continue, and you're going to get this TXT record, which you copy. You go back to hosting your dashboard. Then under Advanced, it should have DNS Zone Editor. Then you add a record. Your record name is going to be TXT. Then you paste in the TXT value here, and you click on Add Record. It will do nothing because the domain is not connected, but once you do this, you go back to Google Search Console, you click on Verify, and it's almost always instantaneous. So once you do that, you now have your domain connected to your Google Search Console, so you can start receiving data. And just like that, guys, we've come a full circle. So we found our rank and rent niche with a GenSpark prompt. Or you can use Manus like I did. You pick your location using the EMD striker. You purchase the EMD domain. You set up number, form, and address using hashed for the number, form spree for the lead capture form, and Manus for the address. You build the website using Cloud Code. You deploy the site using Hostinger, and you connect it to the Google Search Console. Once again, you have 3 options. You can use Locust Pilot, which is completely hands off, and you can apply my WAS10 coupon code to get 10% off. You can use a one-shot, one-click prompt for a simpler website, or you can build everything inside of Cloud Code. And the whole guide is going to be in my class, most likely under the Vibe SEO class. And this is becoming one of my most sought after classes. And much more is to come, so go check it out. It's very inexpensive. Hope this video was helpful, and I'll see you soon. Cheers.